right, everybody, welcome back to another podcast. I am your host, Eric Barassa, the Sassy Barassi, and today I want to talk about the sad reality of actually reaching your goals. What happens when you've been striving for decades to learn guitar or piano and achieve such heights of success on the instrument, and then you actually do it? The emotion is not maybe what you would necessarily expect. And I'm going to talk about my personal experience of actually having kind of finally completed my journey in terms of everything I wanted to achieve with technique on the guitar, and how this applies really to any instrument, and probably really any aspect of life. But before we do that, a couple of announcements. Number one is I'm going to be starting, I probably shouldn't announce this yet because I haven't totally decided how I'm going to handle it. But my plan is I'm going to start doing a daily live show on YouTube called The Sassy Barassi Show, okay? It's a nickname some friends of mine gave me in college. They called me Sassy Barassi. So I figured we're going to do a daily show where I'm going to be giving thoughts on an album each day, either that I love or that you guys submit to me in the comments and say, hey, this is an album that I think is exceptional. I want you to listen to it. And then I'm going to listen to it that day. And then the next day, report back my review, my thoughts of this album you recommended to me. So it's going to help me broaden my horizons, and it's going to have us just have fun connecting on music that I love, that you guys love, and maybe even some music we hate. Maybe someone's going to troll me and have me listen to some horrible music as well. And then we'll also kind of talk about what's going on in the world of music, do some music news, and then also I'll give you guys kind of some music tips, and we might have some other fun things planned. So it'll probably be about an hour a day or so every day. I'm going to go live on YouTube. So I have some things I got to get in order before I do that. The other thing before we get started is I'm announcing it here today. I am going to stop teaching the guitar students that I personally teach at Fort Worth Music Academy. I am going to be devoting myself full-time to running the business, doing the marketing, training the instructors and my team, as well as running the online portion of the business, like running unlimitedguitar.com, as well as the YouTube channel and the social media platforms. I'm just getting a little spread thin with everything that I'm doing. And watching the teachers at Fort Worth Music Academy and how good they are with students, I'm like, y'all don't really need me. You guys, these students don't need me personally, when I have other instructors who, quite honestly, are just as good, if not better, than I am at teaching. So I will continue to be involved with my own children, with the lessons that they take. And I'm going to continue teaching them because I can't coach soccer or Little League. So this is a way that I can continue to coach them and be involved with them with music. Okay, so with those announcements out of the way, we have a concert coming up, a student concert for Fort Worth Music Academy on Sunday, April the 18th. And then I'm going to plan on doing sort of an adult open mic concert, our first one, official one, probably Sunday, June 6th. I got to talk with the venue about that. So without further ado, let's get into it. The sad reality of actually reaching your musical goals. So I started playing guitar when I was 13 years old, and at the time of this recording, I'm now on the verge of 36. I've been playing for just a little over 22 years. And when I first started playing guitar, I thought, I never think small. I was thinking big, and I thought, I want to be a professional musician someday. I want to be a famous rock star, and on top of that, I want to be the fastest guitar player on planet Earth. Well, that last dream got shattered very quickly when a few years later I discovered Joe Satriani, Yngwie Malmsteen, Steve Vai, particularly Yngwie Malmsteen. That's when I recognized I will never be the fastest guitar player on planet Earth, but I can at least reach some like virtuoso levels, and be the best I can be. So it really wasn't until college that I started practicing. And then after college that I started practicing a lot more. And now typically I practice at least an hour a day minimum. So it's taken me a lot longer to get to where I want to go musically than a lot of virtuosos. You hear these stories of these guys who will play 8 hours a day, every day, and they dropped out of school, and it's all they did, and they lived in a shack, and didn't really have any bills to pay. They were broke because all they did was play. I'm not like that. I need to socialize. I need to exercise. I need to get out and interact with people. So I discovered in college when I attempted Steve Vai's 30-hour challenge, which is practicing for 10 hours a day, 3 days in a row, that I was miserable. I hated doing it. After about hour 6, guitar was no longer fun, and I just wanted to watch a movie. So what's happened is I just thought I need to recognize who I am as a person. Steve Vai said there are 3 kinds of musicians. You have the hobbyist who just plays for fun. You have the professional musician who practices and takes it seriously, and they're good enough to be a pro. And then you have the truly obsessed who just basically can't think of anything else. And obviously Steve Vai is in that camp. Well, I thought I was in that camp. I thought, that's me. That's me. I want to be the best of the best. Well, I had to just accept over time, like, okay, you know what? That's not me. About 2 to 3 hours a day is my sweet spot. I love to play guitar for 2 to 3 hours a day, and that includes working on technique, recording music, writing music. And after about the 3-hour mark, it kind of stops being fun, and my creativity kind of gets sapped at that point, and then it's time to just go do something else. So I've accepted that, and I realized it was going to take me a lot longer than a lot of these guys who become virtuosos within like 5 to 10 years. I was like, yeah, it's probably going to take me 20 to 30 years or so. And now I'm at a point where just a couple months ago, I kind of recognized, the primary reason I wanted to really develop my guitar technique to such high levels is because I wanted to write music and not be limited by my technical ability. If I thought it up in my head, then I wanted to be able to execute. And for a long time, I was writing music that I couldn't play, and it was really frustrating. Well, I've realized I just recently released the first 3 songs of my new album, Jurassic Park, plug. You can stream Jurassic Park, Volume 1 by Eric Barassa on pretty much any streaming platform. And it's got Tricera Cyclops, Orchidaceous, and The End of Everything. It's like punk rock inspired shred guitar, okay? And I basically am doing all the things that I want to do on these songs. I'm writing riffs that I enjoy. I'm able to write melodies that I like and play guitar solos that I think sound really cool. And so like my alternate picking, yeah, could it be better? Yes, definitely. Could I be faster at legato? Yeah, of course. But really, what is the point of music? Well, we're trying to convey an emotion, right? We want the audience, the listener, to feel a certain way. And so when I ask the question, okay, if I alternate pick this passage really fast, does it have, I'm breathing real heavily, sorry. I'm talking so fast today. If I were to alternate pick this section really fast, and it achieves that machine gun kind of sound, what if I miss a couple of those notes? What if I accidentally double pick a note? Maybe not miss notes, but maybe my hands aren't quite as synced up as I want them to be. Maybe I double or triple pick one note, but then everything else is fluid. Well, does it still achieve the same emotional impact? And for me, 9 times out of 10, the answer is yes. And I'm perfectly happy with the result. And so even though I can't do anything on the guitar like Steve Vai can, I have developed the ability to achieve any emotion that I want to achieve. I know my modes, I know my scales, I know enough to be dangerous, and I know how to achieve the desired effect that I want a song to have. Which means that practicing technique is really not very fun anymore. And when I came to this realization a couple months ago that I really don't need to practice anymore. I just need to maintain. It's like losing weight. You reach your goal weight. Well, now you just have to maintain. You just have to stay in shape. And for me, once I reached my goal weight for my health, which I just did a few months ago, I'm happy with it, and I enjoy just maintaining it, right? It feels good. It feels good to go to the gym, and yeah, I got to clean up my diet a little bit, so that's kind of the next step. But I enjoy it. I enjoy the process of just exercising. Well, I don't really enjoy the process of practicing technique that much. It's a means to an end, really. So, what was sad about reaching this goal? And I don't know if you've found this or if you will find this when you get there, but it's kind of like, well, now what? I've spent so many years convincing myself that I can't achieve success as an artist with my music until my technique reaches that level. Well, now that my technique has reached the level I want it to be at, I have no excuses. So all that's left to do is write music, continue to improvise, and be creative, and learn other people's songs if I want to, which I don't enjoy doing nearly as much as I used to, but I still enjoy going back and learning new songs from time to time because it sparks some creativity. But what's really depressing, I guess, about this is that all that's left to do is just put my music out there. Whereas I had this mental barrier before of, well, there's still work to be done. So it's okay that I haven't achieved any success as an artist, that I'm not a professional guitar player touring the world yet. That's no longer left. The other thing that always helped was like, oh, well, Joe Satriani didn't make it big and really break through until he was like 28 years old. Well, now I'm almost 36. And it's like, oh no. So I really don't have any excuse. Like I'm not old, but in terms of like being a professional musician, like who becomes a professional musician at age 36? And I have to just put that out of my mind and say, my kids are still young. The time is coming where I'll have the opportunity to tour and perform professionally. But I no longer have the excuse of my technique standing in the way. So I have to now just maintain my level of technique. I'll still do about an hour of practicing a day to maintain what I'm doing. And now I just work on being creative. So I wonder if it's kind of like, I think Tom Brady sort of had that feeling after winning a few Super Bowls. He was kind of like, well, now what? Well, I guess we just do it again. And it wasn't quite the fulfillment that he expected. And I know I've read about this in business, although I haven't experienced it myself. When business owners reach their goal and they get their business to where they want to do, well, now it's like, okay, great, I achieved the goal. Now I have to find something else to do. So, and that's what I used to listen to Tony Robbins a lot, and every now and then I still come back to it because I really like the guy. He's fun and really inspiring, and he would talk about how important it is. We have to continue growing or we start to die, which means that once you reach a goal, well, now you got to set another goal. And it goes on and on like that for our lives. And I was like, no, surely we can be done. But I'm realizing now I have to have kind of some different goals because it was kind of depressing reaching the technique that I wanted to. So the exciting thing, though, now is I get to work on the marketing, releasing my music, which is, it's scarier to do that because now I have to really put myself out there. But there, I should be feeling a sense of freedom with that. So I'm trying to. And now I get to focus on drawing as well, and not always doing technique. And my voice, I'm a horrible singer, horrible. So I'm probably going to start taking voice lessons at some point. I'd like to develop that and actually be a good singer. It depresses me a little bit that I am what I consider to be a very good guitar player, a very good musician, and yet I still struggle to sing on pitch consistently. And I am certain that I can learn that skill. I mean, I'll never be a virtuoso singer or anything, but surely I can have the ability to sing on pitch. All right, so anyway, that's it for today. I'd love to know what you think. Have you reached your musical goals, or any other goals in life that you set out, some big lofty goal, and then you achieved it, and then you thought, oh, well, that's it? Okay, nothing happened. I didn't win a prize or anything, and now I just got to kind of find something else to do or find joy in continuing to do the thing that I have already reached this goal in. So, all right, you guys, if you are not currently a music student at my music school, Fort Worth Music Academy, check out fortworthmusicacademy.com. We would love to talk with you about helping you face the sad reality of reaching your music goals, whatever they might be. You know, for a lot of people, it's just the ability to be able to play guitar or piano, and for self-enjoyment, or to get on stage, not to be a rock star, but to just be able to perform for others and play with the family, or connect with someone, or impress a loved one. And if that's you, be sure to check us out. If you would like to do something online, well, we have live lessons online and in person for Fort Worth Music Academy. But if you want some guitar courses, some online guitar courses that are extensive, check out my website, unlimitedguitar.com. You can join for $10 a month or $99 a year. And pretty soon, I'm going to be launching a weekly group Zoom call with all of the members there called Guitar Therapy. And that's where we're going to be getting together on Zoom to just not to have a lesson, but just to talk about what we're working on, what we're enjoying, what frustrates us, and just talk guitar and talk music. And that's going to be Guitar Therapy once or twice a week, probably just for like 30 minutes, probably in the evenings when it's convenient for everybody. Anyway, I've rambled on long enough. Hey, if you're watching this on YouTube, I got to show you this real quick. Check this out. My brother-in-law gave me this the other day. Look at this, Led Zeppelin. This is from Red River, New Mexico. And last time we went, we saw these at the candy store there. They're like wooden cutting boards, but they have like a printed band photo on them. And this one's Led Zeppelin standing in front of their plane. And I think Led Zeppelin is the greatest classic rock band ever, the greatest rock band to ever exist. And so I'm looking forward to getting to hang this up. So thanks, Gordon. And I hope you guys have a great day, a great rest of the week. I'll see you next time. Be sure and like and subscribe if you're watching this on YouTube. And you can, if you want to just listen to the podcast and you're watching this on video, you should be able to find this on pretty much any podcast streaming platform as well. All right, guys, I am Eric, and with that, I will see you next time.